How big is the deal for Brittany Davis, one of your core players, to have a huge bounce back game, not only just on the floor, but mentally going into South Carolina beyond the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's important, being out with the injury, and that always takes some time to get back in the flow, and the amount of time and effort she spent, with our training staff and then trying to work her way back in. I think you're starting to see, I thought the 2 days of practice before Arkansas, her movement, her cuts, her shot, when you have an ankle injury, it often affects so many little things that maybe you don't realize go into, your rotation and everything that, makes Brittany who she is. So she's kind of looking more back to really, really normal. So so credit to her and all that effort she's put in and the process of getting back. And again, she just continues to get, walking here this morning at 8:30 and she's already in the gym getting shots up. So just to be back and healthy, I think you'll start to see her come back like to her old self. So it's good, not just because it's South Carolina, it's just because it's the next game. So.
Well, Coach, can you talk about the importance of having a game of this magnitude at home Coliseum? As traveled to Columbia last year, now you had the chance to play them on your home floor. Just talk about some of the important things about that.
Well, it's just important because, as far as the word magnitude, they're all so important. And, right now, this time of January before that period before you get into the first week of February is a really hard time, and I think it's as a staff trying to manage to make sure that we're fresh and ready to go from not only a physical standpoint but a mental standpoint. So just the opportunity to defend our home court on a Sunday game, the opportunity to play, an SEC game and to take care of our home court's what we're focused on. Just how are we better today than we were yesterday? And this team just continues to try to step up and continue to improve and get better.
Coach, what is the joy about going against one of the best teams in women's basketball? Not only just as a coach, reading the scouting report, but just the pure level of what you do and doing against others that love what they're doing, putting your best effort out there.
Yeah, we're excited for the opportunity, but I'll tell you, I feel like we get excited all 16 times. Our preparation and, how we prepare and how we practice and the way we go about our regular routine will not change. But we're excited. We expect a great crowd, and we've really worked hard to promote it. It's our high school team day. I think we've got over 30-plus teams here, and, very few Sunday home games in SEC play this year. So the opportunity for our players' families and for us to, utilize that in recruiting and promoting and all the things that go into it, we're just glad we're home this Sunday. We started out 3 straight Sunday home road games. So very few Sunday opportunities to be at home, and this is one of those that we're looking forward to.
Coach, can you talk about some of the challenges that come with playing the #1 team in the land? You've done it before in your coaching career. You're set to do it again on Sunday. Just some of those challenges that come with that top flight competition and how you expect your team to rise to that challenge.
Well, I think, anytime you play someone, basketball's a game of mistakes, possession-wise, and we have to make really good choices on both sides of the ball. You can't make very many mistakes and even give yourself a chance. So, it's, again, another team that's extremely talented, great size, the best South Carolina team that I've seen, I feel like, here in 10 years. And we just have so much respect for Dawn, everything that she's done for the game and how she continues to elevate, our league and everything that goes with it. So we're excited for the challenge.
Okay. What did your team have to do after kind of witnessing the film and kind of seeing what they had done this season? What did your team have to do on Sunday to have success on the court?
Well, you have to rebound. You have to get back in transition, and you have to limit easy baskets, which in turn in the half court also are paint points. So it's second chance putbacks, and it's paint points, whether that's in transition or in half court execution. And they're big. When I say big, I'm talking 6'7", 6'5", 6'4". It goes on and on. So, limiting their opportunities in the paint, one-shot opportunities, whether that's in the half-court execution or transition, And obviously that's a concern because, I mean, we're obviously not as tall and as big and as long and as athletic at the 3, 4, and 5. So, you know, we feel like, you know, there's certain things that we have to do really well and minimize our mistakes, from, you know, second chance points to taking good care of the basketball against their length and you got to make shots. You know, and last night we were fortunate to make shots. We didn't do that against LSU. You got to make open shots and have very small margin for error.
And rebound is something that you really harped on throughout the entire season, but especially against a team like you said with so much length and athleticism all the way down the lineup. How important is it to rebound as a team and not let, you know, 1 or 2 players that are just consistently crashing the glass?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talk about it every single day and we work on it. It's not always, you know, we talk a lot about loose ball rebounds, being the first to the floor, hustle plays. We work a lot on our rip and strip. Just all the things that you can do that you can control is your effort and is your energy and is your hustle play. So we take a lot of pride. All 5 have to rebound on Sunday. You can't have a perimeter standing and watching. We got to have 10 feet in the paint, you know, and it's going to be really important. And, you know, LSU was a good example of that. I was not disappointed in our effort. You know, you look up last night from an offensive rebounding standpoint and how we participated on the boards. I think it's something that all of our players are understanding. And, you know, Mason, it's also a free throw box out. It's little things. Last night we gave up a critical one. So rebounding's not only, you know, in the half-court execution, but in situations like dead ball intensity on baseline, out of bounds, and free throws. Like, you just can't come out against anyone in our league and expect those things not to catch up with you at times. We cannot give those up on Sunday.
Well,
Coach, you talked about letting results go at midnight multiple times,
Yeah.
win or lose. But after emotions of a tough bounce back win last night, does that importance elevate when you're heading into Sunday's game?
Absolutely. You know, it's short-term memory. You have to hit that reset button. Whether you're successful or not successful, the emotions of either can wear on you, or you either work on it. And I feel like that's a mentality and a culture that we have in the program, that it's a short-term memory. And we're very thankful for last night. We understand that's a huge win. You know, that's a huge win. But at the end of the day, you know, let's have short-term memory. If what we did yesterday still looks big to us, we hadn't done anything.